It is the 9th of March, and here in the Mountain Time Zone, it is 7:49 in the morning, and the embassy is now open. Hope you all are doing well, and I'm just pleased as punch that we're going to have a handful of days with some temperatures in the mid to high 60s, low 70s for once. Give me a chance to actually get outside and really enjoy myself. I've been looking forward to that. Pardon the shagginess. It's still a little early in the day, and the time change has kind of got the best of me. So last week we had there was a seminar put on by my friends at Triathlon Canada going over the changes to the World Triathlon 2025 rule set, and they were gracious enough to invite USA Triathlon officials who work international events to sit in on the seminar so that we could learn a little more about some of the changes, at least at the high level. And I was hoping that some of those things would trickle down eventually into the USAT rulebook. And so I'm going to talk about a couple of those things. So, one of the good things about a seminar like that is that we literally went through the rule book almost on a page-by-page basis, section by section. And I've got a copy of mine printed out and hiding out over there in a binder in the bookshelf. So I took it out, sat down with my trusty little ballpoint pen, scribbled down a few notes here and there, and it's it was a lot of fun. So a couple things right off the top of the bat here, and I've written some stuff down. So one, the World Triathlon rule set changed the draft zone for everybody, as far as standard and long distance events. Draft zone for the bike course, and said 12 meters across the board for everybody. And I was like, oh, cool. Let me take a look into you. So I reached back and grabbed my binder with the USAT rule book and flipped through that and went, no, actually, USAT is still on the sprint and standard distance, still at 10 meters for the age groupers, and 12 meters for the longer distance events. So if you're talking half iron to iron distance, it's a 12 meter distance, okay? Penalties definitely across the board are going to make a whole lot of people happy, or at least happier. So back in the day, iron distance events used to be like a 5 minute for a drafting penalty. Half iron distance was 4 minutes, and 3 minutes for sprint and standard, or for standard, and 2 minutes for sprint distance events and stuff like that. So they've just cut that all the way back down. So now iron distance is like a 3 minute penalty, half iron's 2 minute, sprint and standard I believe is 1 minute, and then position fouls are down to something minuscule like 30 seconds or something like. And once again, I'm going from memory here, so please look into USAT rule set to make sure that I'm not lying to you. But the one thing that this does do is this basically, it ends up being a punishment for drafting, but it's not a completely wreck your day punishment. It's basically oh bad, don't do that, stop, and hopefully it'll be a encouragement to technical officials to be more aggressive on the bike course when it comes to drafting and position fouls, that they will call those penalties when they see the situation there, rather than saying, oh, I don't want to screw this person's day up completely. All right. So that's one of the good things. So the bottom line really, as I said, take the time through the year to do your homework. For us for those of us who are technical officials working anything from the World Triathlon Series events to the World Triathlon Corporation events to USAT national level events to local and regional events, non-drafting related stuff. There's still some variations in the rule set because USAT doesn't completely align with World Triathlon. World Triathlon Corporation doesn't completely align with World Triathlon. So there are still some variations there. If you are doing, if you're strictly a non-drafting triathlete and all you're doing is local races, USA Triathlon sanction, whatever have you, focus your time and your energy on studying the USAT 2025 rule set. It came out at the beginning of the year. I don't think there's going to be any major changes in between then and the end of the year. There might be, and if they do make any changes, USAT will promulgate those. But make sure you look at those. If you're doing a World Triathlon Corporation event, an Ironman race, a 70.3, or a full iron distance event, take the time to do the studies there. The drafting related distances are, penalties and all that sort of stuff aligned to World Triathlon, but there are certain issues as far as shoes are concerned and other equipment that some certain dispensations and whatever have you. So make sure that you read that. If you are one of those USAT athletes who intends on participating, let's say, at the World Multisport Championships, which is, I'm trying to remember, I think Valencia or Pontevedra or something like that. I can't remember exactly where it's going to be this coming year. Take the time to look at the World Triathlon rulebook and make sure you're familiar with the rules as far as age groupers are concerned there. From past experience, my earliest years of dealing with World Triathlon age group stuff, both in Bermuda a couple years back before the pandemic, and Chicago in 2015, my first year as a World Triathlon official. You learn quite readily that United States athletes are the least understanding of the World Triathlon rule set because we're so used to USAT, right? All right. I know it's been confusing, as always. But the bottom line is, please take the time to do your homework. I'm going to be trying to do a chat-along stream tied to the Liévin Indoor Triathlon Series event, which I believe is on 22 March. I'll be doing it here within the Discord server, the Discord stream that I have here. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Rules Embassy Discord server, you can request an invitation at, I believe that's tinyurl.com. Let me see.
Seeking for you might be
you're talking, okay, that's https tinyurl.com /rules embassy. That's all right. So if you have any questions about anything that I've gone over, please reach out to me, michael.s.bowen@gmail.com, or reach out to me through the Discord server at, again, https /tinyurl.com /.
27 January.